welcome back. This is magmawk. Now that we have the flower stone, we can go ahead and use this mysterious rock to get the item that we desire. And going through at 2x speed and skipping all the fights here, editing the footage of course, we'll get to our small mysterious desert, which seemed to be a dead end in the previous plot points. Now let's use this flower stone and hope we don't have any trouble. Yay! The airship begins to rise from the desert. And we can use this airship to go almost wherever we want. So let's hop on board here. Oh, and before I get here, let's go ahead and show the map here real fast of where this desert is. The far southeast corner of the world. And with this airship now, we can go to the northern continent. And you should know that you cannot land in the mountains, water, swamp, forest, desert, etc. You can only land in clear plains that have the full square to them. So let's go ahead and visit these islands here. And we'll find some nice secrets, including our next objective here. And going into these little pits, we find out they are inhabited by, yes, dragon folk, who used to be traders as far as buying and selling in previous times. And their king, of course, is Bahamut. Bahamuto. Japanese reference there. So let's go ahead and get a little information from these guys here, which would be more relevant if we had not already gotten the tale from our previous adventure there. And we go down this corridor. Yes, I'm going to make you watch this on regular speed, just because I feel like being evil today. Da-dee-da-dee-dee. And there we go. And we go through the sacred hallway of Bahamut. Another long corridor, filled with candles and all that other spooky stuff. And just to make sure, yes, this is Bahamut's room. And now we shall hand Bahamut the treasure that we got from the Castle of Ordeals. And I'm just going to show you the stats there, what I have here. This is the tail we are talking about, the rat's tail. And you notice we can't learn our 6 little spells yet. That shall soon change. And we shall be able to equip more items as well. So let's go ahead and hand this over. You shall reward me? How? Wait, what? And you notice we have beefed up. Beefy. So let's go ahead and show you the stats here. And wait a minute, they didn't change at all. What's wrong with this? Okay, the stats didn't change, but the items we can equip as far as weapons and armor and the spells we can learn have increased in number. Okay, we still can't use a few things obviously, but we'll go ahead and keep them in our inventory because of their item effect. And now we can use the Zeus Gauntlet, which will greatly increase our Absorb. And we'll also be able to equip many future items as well that we can equip as the Red Mage. So let's go ahead and get some items here from all the different islands here. And you'll notice a lot of them will be gold. Our houses are nice other items. And of course there's still some dragon folks we can talk to. Get a little bit more information about our quest there. And providing this guy moves out of the way. I always wondered how a house fits into a treasure chest. The Final Fantasy world is weird. 10 gold for that? Okay, well, the things to be put in treasure chest, who knows anymore. Anyway, you notice one of these islands doesn't have anything on it, but I believe our next island will have some of the greatest treasures here. So let's go ahead to this forested pit here. And inside we'll find a tremendous amount of gold. And we'll need all this gold later on. as you'll see in a future clip here in about 4 or 5 minutes. Don't forget to go to the west here, and you shall find a second room with even more treasure, including 160 gold. I am not afraid of you, I am Red Wizard now. And we'll find a much larger amounts of gold in the other treasure chest. So now that we're done getting our gold, let's go to Melmond and retrieve our warp spell, which allows you to go up in the previous dungeon 1 level and back to our Crescent Lake and get the exit spell, which we can use to completely exit the dungeon. And it was a toss-up between Fog 2 and Invisible 2, so I took Invisible 2 because we'll have a fog effect on one of our items. And of course that leaves the Black Mage spell of Lightning 3, which will do 60 to 240 damage on most foes. Now that we can fly, let's go to the northwest continent and go to our next mini dungeon. Notice I said mini dungeon, because we're going to do it real fast here. And unfortunately we'll have to travel through a large forested area. And I decided to leave in a few fights here just to give you a preview of some of the monsters you'll encounter on this continent. And you notice our Red Wizard is handling them pretty well here. Yay! But we're going to stay at level 25 to get revenge on a certain foe. And those wyverns I could probably take out no problem. But let's go ahead and go up this river here, all the way to the waterfall, which is right here. And avoiding the gators and the upgraded enemies in the river. This dungeon is not that long if you know where you're going, stupid bats. Just keep going west, and hugging the south and west, we'll eventually get to our main treasure. It looks like a real bad maze, but I'll just go ahead and show it here, real fast here. Just so you won't get lost. Stupid mud ghouls. And if we run low on hit points, we can always use those heal pots to restore 30 life. And we're almost there, I swear. And there's no real dangers in here except for the cockatrices and the perscoliths. And this is the room we're looking for. And of course we'll be jumped first thing, unfortunately. Fortunately, we do not have to fight them. So let's run away and hope that Perscolith doesn't insta-kill us and the mummies don't sleep us, obviously. I could probably take them all out with a nice fire 3, but the idea here is to survive. And healing up a little bit, we'll finally get to our main treasure room, which you'll find a lot of nice items, including the ribbon. The ribbon will allow you incredible resists as far as saving yourself against insta-kill spells. It'll also have elemental damage and allow you to resist other spells as well here. Not much for Azor, but the other effects are far, far worth it. And we'll also find some other nice items, including a wizard staff, which can be used as an item, a lot of gold, and a lot more gold. And for some reason this robot decides to give us a cube, just for the heck of it, to go to Floating Castle. He must be a manager for Disneyland or something. But we also find our very important other item, defense, which is actually a sword. So let's go ahead and equip it now that we are the Red Wizard, and you'll see that it increased our damage and hit percentage a tremendous amount. Now it'll be soon for revenge against Kary. And that's our cube there, which will be explained in a much future video. And before we leave here, let's go ahead and go to this certain area. Wait a minute. How can I land in desert? I can land in that one area because it is actually a shop. And what do they sell? Bottled water. 50,000 gold! Why the heck did I even buy that? Seriously. Oh well. See, you can't land in desert. Let's go ahead and have a drink of this water. Maybe it'll taste real good. And open it up and... oh man, a fairy's gone! That dude probably needs it more anyways. And in our next video, we'll get a revenge against the fire fiend in the Gurgo volcano. Magma WK, signing off.